rope jumping.
I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Okay, so you're useless, basically.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Whoever programmed you is a freaking genius. I love that you're sarcastic. Oh, she's amazing.
Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by her.
They eat people?
Ain't safe.
I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Stop using big words to confuse me. It makes me angry.
What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Oh my god. Vandalism. Vandalism. Okay, buddy. You need me to kill that guy for you?
You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What? Ah! Hey! I'm scared! Good morning, everyone. Once again, I just continue to press the wrong buttons.
Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking.
Are you being mean to Parvati? Because let me tell you something, sir.
Seems we've got a guest.
I will not stand for
Really
it.
now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
She did speak up.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, it was a real one-sided row, Thompson. I'm not happy with you. Parvati is an angel.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I
thought I took off Marauder's outfit. Did I switch back into it? I think I forgot to change out of it. I don't remember changing back into it.
Since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Ugh. I really don't like you.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
So you're gonna take power away from people that probably need it to survive against marauders. Cool.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
So a bunch of people didn't like the way you ran shit and left. And you've got a problem with that. And you want me to deal with it by taking away their power so they're forced to come back where they don't want to live. Lovely. Again, I want to say that I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out. But like, I have to be nice so that these people come back to help me in the end.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Great.
I love Parvati to
I
come
got
with
my
me.
wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Come along, precious. I love you.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry,
Yeah, of course, Parvati. What's up?
can we talk? Sorry, you just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
I
It's just
absolutely want you to
Mr.
come with
Thompson
me.
has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
I kind of guessed as much.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says.
That doesn't make him not a
It's
liar.
He doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
You can't
Life's
blame
hard
anybody for
here,
wanting to leave.
especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse.
That's exactly what I
I
said.
think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Alright. We'll go talk to
Thanks,
him just because you asked me to.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
You're so sweet, Parvati. Come on. We're gonna go talk to Max. Just because your precious little face asked me to.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Don't worry, Parvati. I'm also uncomfortable in churches.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb?
I'm sorry,
Every
Parvati. I
time
don't
I've
mean to
tried
put you on the
engage in
spot.
conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away.
He wants us to cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife.
Yep.
I can see why that troubles you.
Hey, it troubles me too.
Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Okay, let's not be rude about her quote-unquote soft heart. Having a soft heart isn't a bad thing.
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'm always serious, Vicar. I go this way.
Get ready.
Oh crap. Scare me. Didn't realize you'd be there.
That's the last of them.
Had a girl.
Here we go.
Well, at the very least, my aim's gotten better. Probably because of Starfield. I've been playing Starfield in my spare time and was having having a really bad time dealing with lag because I downloaded it on my hard drive instead of my external hard drive instead of my solid state. So it was lagging a bunch, and it was like every single time I shot one bullet, it would crash, or not crash, but just like lag super hard. It was ridiculous and painful, and then yesterday I fixed it where I literally just uninstalled it from my external and reinstalled it on my solid. Why are you stuck in the ground, Precious? Come on.
Here we go! All
Not bad shots. I've gotten hit once, and it was by the meleeer you've got. She always asks, is everyone alright? Like, she's so precious and sweet. Alright. This is gonna take a minute. Alright, this is gonna take forever because I've got a lot of stuff to go through. I'm gonna finish searching the first floor and then I'll head upstairs because upstairs is really where it starts to get confusing. What did I need mag picks for? Ah. Better have something good.
Easy.
Sick. I got the key to the first aid room. Okay. I will continue searching this way first. Okay, that's the front entrance. I'll open that in a minute since this is the key I got. I'm gonna search all this first. I gotta be meticulous about this stuff or I will get confused and lost and miss a bunch of stuff, so. Again, the question, Bip, is are you okay? Because I worry. I've gone all downstairs. Now I gotta work on the upstairs. Which is gonna take a minute. So I'll see you in a minute. Is that really it? There's like nothing up here. Alright, we're gonna take the medicine back to... Ooh. Just... I wish I could put my gun away, just so I can appreciate how pretty this is. How is her pistol so much better than mine? And her melee. Alright, well she needs armor at least. And nothing I have is over what she needs except for a helmet. Oh. There we go. Give her that. And that. And it won't show it. I just now unlocked that. Why did it tell me it was an option before if I couldn't use it? Whatever. Now, do I give the medicine to the hypochondriac or the lady that's trying to help people? We'll give it to the...
I've been feeling pretty low. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it.
Where am I? I'm all turned around. There we go. Okay.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Here we go!
The recoil on this is ridiculous. Come back here. This is hard. There we go. Jeez. Where's the journal now? If I remember correctly, there's like mines in here. Yep, that's a mine. I didn't recognize it at first. Is it above me? Is that why I can hear it? Holy crap, whoever this was like prepared.
Nice.
We should go to Adelaide. And while I'm thinking about it, hold on, let me... That way, every time I press my back button, it doesn't change my weapon.
Move along, stranger. You don't want any trouble.
That sucks.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I mean, not
If you could bring her home, I'd be
exactly.
obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
Yeah, I'll go get her. Once I'm done here. Adelaide.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
She's so cute.
Well, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. Why would you agree to his plans?
My camp has a... The thing is, if I tell her that I need a power regulator, she's gonna be like, oh, just take it from the town instead.
If you're going down to the plant...
And she
you
still
should
says it
move
anyways.
power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would
Yeah,
do.
to you, but the whole town of people is not ready to deal with the wildlife and marauders the way that y'all are equipped. They're not equipped to handle it.
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I really don't like you throwing her dad's death in her face to get me on your side.
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
I don't care.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear. You've been there. You've seen it.
I'm aware I've been there and
All
seen
anyone
it.
ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Alright, well, let's talk to him. Hey, buddy.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you,
He's so
things
into her.
safe out here? How you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
No,
Oh
of course
gosh,
not.
no. I'm just along with this lady here.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs. Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
I should do this one first. Just because everything else I gotta do is at the geothermal plant. So I can convince Zoe to come back. And then go to the geothermal plant. Man, that's beautiful. Look at the aurora. The volcano. The rings. Man. I really wish I could get my gun out of the way, or at the very least if they had like a photo mode, because man, that's gorgeous. Zoe!
I've been thinking about going back.
Literally just...
I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
Now I gotta return to the lab. And then after that, the geothermal lab. There's rings around this planet too.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
I just ate, so I've got hiccups.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
I'll deal with that in a minute. Geothermal security chief's key card. Okay. Come on, Bravani.
That's the last of them. Three switches. That'll be easy enough. Just two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the bay?
I don't know what'll happen, Bravani.
Wait, Phantom!
How do I get down there?
Wait, Phantom!
I hear you, buddy. Where are you? Are you down a floor lower? He's down a floor lower. Okay, crazy. Calm down. Okay, buddy?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. Of course. Do excuse me. I experienced brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination.
You
Chester D.
also...
Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
You also clearly go through little pockets of, like, pure lucidity.
My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Uh-huh. And what do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at.
I did do it. Thank you, Pavati.
Hold it up. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the relay?
They should attack each other now.
Celeste. I'm not sure what the right is. All I know is the decision's fine.
I know, I'm not happy about it either.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I think it would be cool. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once.
It's okay.
Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
That hurts me, truly. Truly hurts me that no one has said those things to you. I think we made the right decision, Parvati. I'm fairly certain one of the things is in here. I think it might be down near Crazy guy. I'm gonna have to remember how to get down there though. I'm all sorts of turned around. I swear it's down here somewhere. Ah, found it. Excuse me. I'm gonna find the journal in the cannery before I go back to the botanical labs. I think I remember where it is in here. Here it is. I think I gotta talk to Adelaide first.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
Fine. You wanna be a bitch about it? There's nothing left here. Go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. If you see Reed, let him know we're coming back.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
Bye.
When I was...
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. that are looking to getting us a uniform. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Thanks, Ludwig. You're nuts, but I like you.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the f*** is this? Is this French? I can't read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to recruit him.
Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aether Wave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Miss Holt. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
Excuse me. Can I help you?
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water.
Yeah.
I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
You're an asshole.
This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another.
Hey, Miss Bernardi. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady. Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model?
You are so cute.
Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
You should stay with me.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you?
Yes.
I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be so happy to have you.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. I got a captain.
You're so cute. Oh god.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders. Our systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's hit it.